So I saw this post that says what it feels like to have your boyfriend of 8 years buy a house and then charge you rent to live in it while making you both design director and general contractor of the renovation. My only question for you is what's in it for you? I see where he benefits. He gets somebody to split the mortgage with him without having to be on that mortgage, but he also gets free help. He gets free labor. In addition to the cooking and cleaning that you're probably already doing for him, you're also scrubbing the baseboards and the floors, you're painting, you're organizing, you're designing, you're building, all of that. All of that for what? In exchange for what? Now, she goes on to say in a follow-up video, they've been together for 8 years, but they got together really young. She was only 20. Okay, well, that makes you 28 now. Okay, 20 might have been too young to get married. Okay, what's wrong with 28? This is literally what it looks like to be a Barbara the Builder, where you are in here helping a man get himself established, get himself on his feet, but there's no guarantee that you'll be reaping any of those benefits. Your boyfriend has literally become your landlord. Like, what happens when you're late with the rent? I feel like all too often we do these things to prove to a man what kind of wife we'll be, but that doesn't mean that man will necessarily see a wife in you.
You're a victim and you're being manipulated. To the girl who's been dating her boyfriend for 8 years and now you're paying him rent at his new house, you know, the house that he took on by himself, the new house that was a goal of his, and now all of a sudden he notices that he can take advantage of you and manipulate you to help him pay his mortgage. You're a victim. The crazier part is you're helping him renovate it. And that's cool. And I don't even care that she's not married because she already says she doesn't want to be married. So cool. But at the end of the day, it really speaks on his character. That's how I view it. It really speaks on his character because how can you sleep at night knowing that you took on this responsibility of buying a house? You wanted this responsibility. And now because you have this girl that loves you to death and cares about you, is willing to help you pay something that you shouldn't have got yourself if you couldn't afford it. Because it makes me think he bought a house that he couldn't afford, but he knew she would help. I don't care what anyone has to say. You can call this pandering. His character needs to be checked. He's manipulating, and she's a victim. That's just my personal opinion.
So her boyfriend of 8 years bought a house. Boyfriend of 8 years is crazy. You're not getting an 8-year relationship out of me, but that's neither here nor there. He bought the house, moved her in, charges her rent because why wouldn't he? I mean, they only do what you allow. Charges her rent. Her name is on any of the paperwork to do with the home at all. She has no investment in it. Charging her rent, and she's helping him renovate. The way you could not torture that information out of me. Like, I would lie about that if somebody asked, let alone tell people that willingly. Of course, the ladies in the comments were like, girl, he hates you. He hates you. No ring, no investment from the house, and free labor. What are you doing? She responds with a follow-up video and she says, well, at least my rent is subsidized. Like, it's not as expensive as other homes, other apartments or whatever in the area. That's not your landlord. That's your boyfriend of almost a decade. What are you talking about? This is why sometimes it's good to have the judgmental friend, because she would tell you, girl, are you stupid?
The amount of time I spent in these comments laughing it's not okay. This girl has been dating her boyfriend for 8 years. He bought a house and moved her in, and now she's paying rent, but she's also working on the house. She's also working on the house with him. Y'all, please look at these comments. Okay, my algorithm was set to sprinkle, not asbestos. Is this a cry for help? I stopped reading after a boyfriend of 8 years. Most people are not blessed. Y'all ate her up. You could have waterboarded this information out of me. Oh, interesting life choices. My husband gasped reading this. Now, you know it's bad if the men are gasping. Girl, I don't know. I mean, it's your life.
Did y'all see the girl that said she's been in an 8-year relationship? Her boyfriend bought a home, and she's paying him rent in that home. And then now he needs to then fix this home and redo some things. She's giving him free labor and cheeks. You would have to beat the brakes off of me to get that type of information. You would have to uppercut me every day to beat that information out of me. Actually, you would even have to beat the information out of me because I would never be there. Boyfriend of 8 years is crazy to me. Boyfriend of 8 years is crazy to me. And then on top of that, for him to purchase a home without you, he getting ready for his next family. He can do everything that he said he wanted to do with you with the next family. I mean, I hope I hope, everything works out for you in the end. But 99%, like, from all the women who's been divorced and all the women who's dealt with men very similar to that man, and we don't really know the man. But a lot of women who've dealt with very stingy men, they're telling you too, babes, you're not gonna be happy. I'm sorry to tell you. To be on your knees, breaking your knees to fix this man's house, I would have charged him a renovation bill. Because how are you going to charge me to stay here? You bought a house, you're gaining equity. No. That's why I am the way that I am. I don't do 50-50. Don't play my face. Do not play my face. Do not play my face. I look like a little boy every single day. I kid you not. I honestly, like, I may be a lot of things, but you could say, oh, I got beat up by a dude. That's cool. But to say I pay 50-50 with a man, you just know that's fake news. Fake news. Because I don't play like that. He's a very smart man. I'm not going to lie to you. He's really killing the game. And if I was a man, I would do exactly what I'm doing. Ain't nope that good in this world for you to have me being your little renovation handy woman. And I'm paying your rent and you getting the cheeks. We're in a crazy, crazy world. Y'all be saying, no gender roles, no gender roles. Sometimes all a man got for you is to pay the bills. And just let that be that. I can help you. If this my house too, I ain't helping you. This not my shit. I'm gonna turn around and go to bed.